Hey y'all, welcome to the Dragon Con Folk Music Track. I am Amber. I'm the track director for the folk music track at Dragon Con, and thanks so much for joining us. It does look like we're having a few problems with the Facebook stream right now, so I am going to go ahead and hand it off to our guest tonight, Corwyn the Bardbarian.
Good evening, Dragon Con Filkers, Filk Track aficionados. It's 8 o'clock on Saturday. Do you know where your Corwyn is? I think I know where my Corwyn is. At least if I don't, then we're all in a heap of trouble. My name is Corwyn the Bardbarian, and I'm here tonight to help make sure that these Sheenas are properly naniganned before the con. As someone who used to be friends with a Sheena, you do not want to be around them if they have not been properly naniganned. That really lame joke will not come up again in the next hour. So, I grew up in the 90s, well, 80s and 90s. And if you're like me, you watched a lot of the Sci-Fi Channel before it was Sci-Fi, or whatever the hell it's called now. Anyway, I know you're like, yes, this song, Disco Cowboy Man. So anyway, if you are familiar with the 90s, or even if it came back on Netflix, this is a song you should know. In the not too distant future, next Sunday AD, there is a guy named Joe, not too different from you or me. He worked at Gizmonics Institute, just another face in red jumpsuit. He did a good job cleaning up the place, but his bosses didn't like him, so they shot him into space. We'll send him cheesy movies, the worst we can find. He'll tattoo zip and watch them all, and we'll monitor his mind. Now keep in mind, Joel can't control when the movies begin or end, because he used those special parts to make his robot friends. That's right, it's now time for Robot Roll Call. Let's see, there's Gypsy, Cambot, Tom Servo, and last but certainly not least, Crow! If you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, repeat to yourself, it's just a show and you should maybe just relax. For Mystery Science Theater 3000. My name is Guillermo de la Cruz. Life is one of heartbreak and abuse. I met my master outside of Panera Bread. He said, one day I'll make a vampire out of you. But not tonight, Guillermo. Not now, Guillermo. Not tonight, Guillermo. Maybe someday, but not now, Guillermo. It's not now, Guillermo. Not tonight, Guillermo. Maybe someday. Oh, Guillermo. I do feel I should point out that I wrote this song before the events that happened at the end of season 3. So, you know, we know how the story eventually ends. At the time, we didn't. Since that fateful night, I wonder when will finally be my day. The virgins and orgies don't happen on their own, but all he ever does is say, every freaking day, not tonight, Guillermo, not now, Guillermo, not tonight, Guillermo, maybe someday, but not now, Guillermo. It's never now, Guillermo, not tonight, Guillermo, maybe someday. When I reflect on all that I have done, it's plain to see why I'm paranoid. I cook, I clean, I dispose of all the bodies, and frankly I'm getting really freaking annoyed. Save them from the hunters and the council of vampires. I saved them from the master when he burst into a fire. I saved them from the witches and that a-hole Topher too. What's a simple, loyal guy like me supposed to do? Cause it's always Guillermo Fetch redacted, Guillermo Test redacted, clean up all redacted when you're done. But all work and no play makes me an angry boy. Maybe someday Guillermo will have some fun. When it's done. But not tonight, Guillermo. It's not now, Guillermo. It's never now, Guillermo. Maybe someday. But not tonight, Guillermo. Not now, Guillermo. Not tonight, Guillermo. Maybe someday. But not now, Guillermo. It's never now, Guillermo. Not tonight, Guillermo. Maybe one day. Sing along, not tonight, Guillermo. It's never now, Guillermo. Not tonight, Guillermo. Maybe someday. This is a song about fairy tale princesses. Kinda. Cinderella, she goes night. She's trying to get away from the demons in her mind. Armed with a sword and a streetlight, in an evening dress she strikes, as the townspeople gather round, drawn by the eerie sight. And Rapunzel, she is waiting in a tower for her prince. They locked her away, and there she stayed, alone ever since. They collected her, rejected her, and threw away the key, haunted by the memories of what she'll never be. Snow White, she's in the basement, she's bleeding from a wound in her chest, drinking wine while she's crying over a heart-shaped stain on her dress. Bathed in moonlight, she wishes upon a lost and lonesome star, praying things will be different tonight when Prince Charming gets home from the bar. And the phantoms of the paradise are waiting in the wings. They're holding out for better days and hoping for better things than the life they live out on the stage, burning out in the light. The roar of applause can't drown the silence of another lonely night. And the vampires with their lonely brides are dying to set things right, to walk away from their wounded bride and finally face the light of the wickedness, the decadence, debauchery and sin, as a lost and lonely princess is finally caving in. Cinderella, she goes walking, is lost inside the night. More like lost inside the bowels of one of the hotels at DragonCon, am I right, folks? Yeah, the humor doesn't quite translate over online. But that's fine, I'm an only child, I can entertain myself for hours, and I am the funniest Corwyn I know. Hey, see what I did there? Anywho. Oh, I have on my set list now, talky talk. Because if I don't put that on my set list, I would just do the songs, and while I think a lot of people might prefer that, I gotta do something to fill the time. Anywho, as mentioned, I am Corwyn the Bardbarian. You can see on the screen my website, corwynthebarbarian.com. If you want to keep up with the further adventures of me naniganning the Sheenas, feel free to sign up on my website for my newsletter. It's sporadic, but I'll be using it to communicate with those folks, with my DragonCon schedule, all that. And it's got links to everywhere else you can find me on the internet. That's correct, I am on the internet. I've been on the internet since 1990, well, it starts with a 199, so a while. I remember the browser wars. Doctor Who wants to talk smack about the Time Wars. Please. Browser wars were way more interesting. Maybe not as interesting as the Cold Wars, right? Speaking of Cola Wars, I got a cola right in front of me. And something that people really like mixing with cola, and I know it comes in buckets at DragonCon, is rum. But one of the problems with rum, as we've learned, it always goes away. And I'm here to at least ask the question, the hard-hitting questions that no one else wants to ask. Stranded on the desert isle, by the looks of things it'll be a while until we're rescued. Until then, to pass the time, we'll drink from the bottles we happen to find beneath the festoon. Come the morn, the light forlorn, the bottles have all gone dry. Bewildered and fussed, from my soul I must release a question as I cry. Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Where did it go? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? No answer forthcoming as the breeze it blows. Laying here hungover, no wishes to be sober. The waves braying as they mock. Temperance be damned, my urges command, imbibing to the last drop. Come the dawn, to the sirens I'm drawn. The bottles sing me their song. Beguiled and bewitched, I feel my liver twitch, but something remains deeply wrong. Could be the twitching liver, but it's the fantasy. We're on a beach. Why not? What else are you gonna do, right? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Where did it go? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? No answer forthcoming as the breeze it blows. With my toes in the sand and an empty drinking hand, the tears, they start to flow. Oh, how I long for the bliss, that sweet fermented kiss I know. Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Where did it go? Why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? Deep in our hearts, I think we all really know. The bars at DragonCon start cheaping out and watering down the rum in the rum buckets. That's why the rum is gone, people. Check the facts. Search your feelings. You know what I'm saying is true. No, the Star Wars stuff comes later in the set. Oh, let's see. Do we like pirates? I mean, I'm just saying a song about rum. Do we like pirates? Do we like ghost stories? I like pirates and ghost stories. I am going to need some assistance with these lyrics, though, because they are a mouthful. This song's called Queen Anne's Revenge. Follow me, my friends, down to the watershed. I can't get any closer to these voices in my head. Bring your daddy's gun, child, don't be afraid. We might need it with us when we make this raid. Come with me, my friend, back to where this all began. It's marked down on the marshes with the skull of an ancient man. Bring your heavy shovel or your spade. Just remember, never desecrate that grave. 200 years have come and gone. The hunters found us here a long, long way from home. And tonight is my revenge. Tonight's the night I'll fly my flag again. Tonight's the night I'll fly my flag again. Tonight's the night I'll fly my flag again. There she is, my friend, we found the old Queen Anne's Revenge. The Carolina coast did everything it could to prevent. Watch as to where you're walking, don't be afraid. All these evil spirits, they were once my saints. Watch it all again, yeah, we'll see that storm begin. The water might just take a sip, or we slip, or we fall in. Be ready just in case we have to run. But we'll take this treasure with us when we're done. 200 years have come and gone. The hunters found us here a long, long way from home. And tonight is my revenge. Tonight's the night, the gold is mine again. Tonight's the night, the gold is mine again. Tonight's the night, the gold is mine again. Generals gather in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction. In the fields the bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Sing along, people. Oh, Lord, yeah! Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that up to the poor. Yeah. Time will tell if they empower mind, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns in chess. Wait till the judgment day comes. Yeah. Well, what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Any ideas out there? Well, I said we put time to the mast until he's sober. Time to the mast until he's sober. Time to the mast until he's sober. Early in the morning. Time to the mast until he's sober. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the longboat, let the tide take him. Early in the morning. Put him in the brig and tomorrow he'll haul him. Put him in the brig and tomorrow he'll call him. Early in the morning. Damn intrusive thoughts. Screwing up my flow. I know what to do with those intrusive thoughts. Nothing I can say on stream. It's supposed to be family friendly though. What more? Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Way, hey, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Except at DragonCon, I do not wake up early in the morning. Oh boy. All right. Still in tune. All right. I know that sounds in tune, doesn't it? That's pretty. Come on, folks. Diminish chords are your friends. Song is about the one of the most elusive cryptids of all. They do exist. I've seen them, but they are rare. Well, she walked into that honky-tonk looking like Elvira or Morticia Adams from the family. I saw the tattoos on her thighs and I just couldn't believe my eyes. She ordered a shot of absinthe and sat down next to me. The Christian country boys were in for a hell of a surprise. Like a demonic Dolly Parton, she's a hasty in disguise. Raised my way with anything and did out in clothes. Then she turned on the Bauhaus with some negative typo. Rocking fishnets and pentagrams until the bitter end. She's a country-loving, line-dancing, big G goth girlfriend. Well, she knocked that shot back like it was demon seed, and the Lord's good sense, well, it flew right out of me. I was swearing and staring like I was in a trance when the darkness sitting next to me got up and went to dance. The wildest kind of thing I'd ever seen in my life. The devil came down to Georgia, proud to make her his wife. Raised on Wayland Jennings and Charlie Daniels Jr., but just as every dad likes his head to a funeral. Cowboy boots and stripper heels, she don't follow any trends, cause she's a country-loving, line-dancing, big-titty goth girlfriend. So in the official recording of this song, the guitar solo goes into double time. And it's pretty dope, you should check it out. There are links to all of my albums and things via my website, Bardbarian.com. If you look down, you can see right there, it's all in purple. Amber did that, because she's amazing. Also, I will have merch at DragonCon. I'll have CDs too. Pause for you have CDs? Oh, wait, hold on. You have CDs? I like having toys. Well, she started boot scooting, boogieing all across that sawdust floor and stomped loud past the last call bell, stomping forevermore. When it was over, I said, your place or mine, she just sneered at me, scared me crapless, so I mumbled, never mind. Well, the cramps came on the jukebox, and we didn't know what to do with this macabre whirling dervish who looked like Susie Sue. Raven hair piled of life on her little head, and in her dark little heart she knows Lugosi ain't dead. Drum that big old hearse of hers up around the bend. She's a country-loving, line-dancing, big-titty goth girlfriend. Hey, little Satan. No, kidding, kids. Don't hit Satan. Even though he does have access to one of the best music. Oh, let's see what is next on the hit parade of Shenanigans. Oh, let's see. Doesn't show Corwyn noodling. I am, however, going to take a moment to wet my whistle. It's one thing about wearing sunglasses in a darkened room and liking all of my decor to be black. It's hard to see things. Okay. So I will be doing something at DragonCon. I mean, I'll be playing guitar and dressing like a cowboy disco ball mostly, but as part of my performances, I'm going to be doing a Corwyn trivia game. That's right. That is right. Now, you might be asking yourself, Corwyn, how will I know the answers to this trivia game? You got to pay attention, love. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that cruel. So how it's going to work is, between now and DragonCon, on all the places that I interact with people on the internet, by the way, you can go to Bardbarian.com and find out where those are. For instance, my email list, accessible from Corwyn to Bardbarian.com. This is what happens when you give an only child a guitar, by the way. So all my places, all the socials, all the things, I will be, periodically, sharing factoids about myself, yours truly. Those factoids will end up being the answers to the trivia questions. How great is that? And at my solo performance at DragonCon, I will ask those questions. And the folks that get them right will get some free stuff. Like CDs. You have CDs? So, oh, I'm having way too much fun. So the first of those trivia answers is, what is the first song, or the question? I didn't give this a whole lot of thought. The answer, this is the first song I ever wrote, by the way. This is a song called Shadows of Love. Came up with a riff back in, I don't want to say like 99 or 2000, sitting in the Atlanta Guitar Center. R.I.P. Big Girl. So perhaps the trivia question ends up being, what is the first song Corwyn ever wrote? The answer is this one. Playing hide and seek in hinterlands of a never-ending lost and found, beats the silence of a broken heart in quadraphonic stereo sound. The stars are shining in the sky above, and the moon is starting to glow, but it's little consolation to all the broken-hearted Romeos who are dancing in the spotlights from above. And they're standing in the shadows of love. The sky is gonna bleed tonight. The neon's running hot in the streets. The murder in your eyes is rising like the rush of the crushing heat. Arm in arm, the maniacs wait for the answers they already know, to questions that won't mean a thing to all the broken-hearted Romeos who are dancing in the spotlights from above. And they're standing in the shadows of love. No one knows what happened or why the fires died in their eyes. The madness of their rose is blooming, but their suffering ends tonight. Fountains are blowing hot and the banshees are waiting below. They're roaring for retribution for all the broken-hearted Romeos who are dancing in the spotlights from above. And they're standing in the shadows. They're standing in the shadows of love, waiting with broken heart in hand for all the things they've been dreaming of. And they're standing in the spotlights from above. And they're standing in the shadows of love. All right. Yes, that was the first song I ever wrote. It's only got 1, 2, 3. It's only got 4 chords in it. See? Songwriting is easy. I kid. Still closely monitoring the Phil Track Group Sing topic decision coming through tomorrow. There is still time to vote, by the way. I believe Discworld was pulled out of nowhere, and well, hopefully that's the case, because I Well, I've never read Discworld, but I know more about it than I do about Fallout. Hit 'em up, move 'em out, hit 'em up, move 'em out, hit 'em up, move 'em out, rawhide. I'm kidding. I'm not doing another country song. I may be mean sometimes. That's not true. Well, sometimes. If we consider forcing people to watch me perform just like a disco ball. To my own amusement, if no one else's. That might be wrong. Still. Well, I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light, and made a switch. True? Yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And here lately, please don't laugh, I use it on behalf of the miserable, the lonely, and depressed. Which we now know are signs of neurodivergence and or trauma. Disney. Looking at you, Walt. Just saying. It's not pathetic. By the way, this would be a good time to mention the Dragon Con charity is the NAMI, National Association on Mental Illness. We want the Filk Trek to win this year. The charity donations option, not anyway. Poor unfortunate souls, in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor unfortunate souls, it's sad, but true. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying, "Smells, Corwyn, please," and I help them. Yes, I do. Now, I'll admit it has happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to rake across the coals. Sure, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint. To those poor unfortunate souls, so what do you say? Do we have a deal? I know what you're thinking. You become human, you'll never see your father or sisters again. But honestly, the way things are going, climate change is probably going to destroy the coral reefs and they're all going to end up dead anyway, so, pick your poison, I guess. And while we're on the subject, we haven't really discussed the issue of payment. And I know you don't have much. You got a dingle hopper, thingamabobs. Apparently you got plenty of those damn things, whatever they are. You got a friend named Flounder that's not a flounder, a really neurotic red crab that follows you around. I know you're strapped for cash, honey. I get it. But what I want is, it's nothing really. It's a trifle. What I want from you is your voice. Sorry, got some seaweed caught in my throat there. And I know what you're thinking too. You're thinking, well, if you don't have your voice, how are you going to get this Chanchillo man to, go for the goods? Also, audience out there, I do understand that in the context of the story, I would be talking to a 16-year-old girl, which is creepy. We're just going to have to suspend our disbelief for now. Let's for this telling of the story, and every telling of the story that I do from here through time immemorial, let's just say she's of age. Although that does create certain inconsistencies with Undersea Kingdom contractual law and consent, but, we'll just go with me on this. You'll have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the importance of body language! Ha! The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think that go with gossip is a bore. Guess on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, dear, what is idle prattle for? Come on, they're not all that impressed with conversation. Two gentlemen avoid it when they can, but they'll dote and swoon and fawn on a lady who's withdrawn, and she who holds a tongue who gets a man. Come on, you poor unfortunate soul. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy Corwyn, and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much, just your voice. You poor unfortunate soul. It's sad, but true. If you want to cross a bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath, and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam, jetsam, now I've got her, boys. The man is on a roll. With his poor, unfortunate soul. Ooh, boy. That's one of those times I really wish I had my looper pedal. Oh, boy. I got a couple, 2, 3 left. Now, Ariel went to the sea with Ursula. That was her one mistake. What she should have done was gone to this guy. Hailing from the land of Arizona came a guy with a toothpick in his hand. Pulled into Lucky Brews on a Wednesday, and our lives forever changed by this man. Well, he struck out on the run from Jim the Vampire in his Ford pickup and bright blue jeans. He covered all the mirrors 'cause he's so humble, and he helped the high school girls achieve their dreams. You know who I'm talking about. This here is the tale of Jackie Daytona, regular human guy behind the bar, serving human beer and human vodka. With Jackie by your side, you'll go far. Well, he's your average, everyday American Yankee Doodle dandy, driving his F-154 by 4, with his mystery and his modesty. He'll keep you satisfied, wanting more. This Laszlo sounds like a real son of a gun. He'll keep his peepers peeled to that guy. When you're Jackie Daytona, you can do what you want, 'cause Jackie Daytona changes lives. Well, this here is the tale of Jackie Daytona, a regular human guy behind the bar, serving human beer and human vodka. With Jackie by your side, you'll go far. Well, he cut loose for Pennsylvania, which sounds like Transylvania, and we all know that's really cool. But you better hit the bricks where he breaks his foot off in your backside. He'll shove those toys where the moon don't shine. But suddenly the girl's dreams all went up in smoke. One night when the bar burned to the ground. Tragic, right? Pouring out for the homies. But that man there, he's Jackie Daytona. And Jackie made a promise to this town. So when the crap hits the wind, when the rights become the wrongs, if it's time to finally pay the piper, just think of Jackie and this song. For this here is the tale of Jackie Daytona, a regular human guy behind the bar, serving human beer and human vodka. Not sure about the rum though, but maybe, why not? He's Jackie. Jackie, by your side, you'll go far. Well, this here is the tale of Jackie Daytona, a regular human guy behind the bar, serving human beer and human vodka. With Jackie by your side, you'll go far. 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 You'll go far. Cravensworth! Oh, let's see. I am clocking 8:53. Let me say. Yeah. So I have two left. It's the only one that I need a capo for. I don't really need the capo for it, but I like using the capo for it because I can. Now, it's close enough. When the last eagle soars o'er the last crumbling mountain, and the last lion roars at the last dusty fountain, in the shadow of the forest, though she may be old and worn, you'll stare unbelieving at the last unicorn. When the last breath of winter through the flowers is icing, and the thin moon is cast, when the pale moon is rising, and it seems like all is dying, and would leave the world to mourn. In the distance, hear her laughter. Ha 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 ha! Of the last unicorn. moon. I'm alive. I'm alive. When the last moon is cast, or the last star of morning, and the future has passed, without even a last desperate warning, then look into the sky where through the clouds a path is torn. Look and see her, how she sparkles. It's the last unicorn. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Remember what I mentioned earlier about wearing sunglasses in the dark and liking everything black? Yeah, sometimes those seventh bar chords transposed up the neck in the dark with flashing lights, not the easiest. I can do it now. Anyway, all right. This is going to be my last song for the evening. It is a Star Wars song. I wrote it about the guy who in the entire Star Wars canon catalog universe got the shortest shrift of all. Poor old Uncle Owen. Poor Uncle Owen. Think about it. The space wizard shows up on a doorstep with a kid and he's like, hey, this is your nephew, you need to raise him. Why would I have to do that? Oh, because your half-brothers become a genocidal dark space wizard. Yeah, okay, sure. But he does it because he's a good man. He takes responsibility because the plot needed to happen. And what does he get for his troubles? Well, we know what he got. This is that one whiny and grateful Brett Skywalker. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there lived a simple farmer boy, waiting for the day when the harvest would be finished and his uncle buy some droids. But till that day, the boy remains a brat and quite annoyed. Gosh darn it, Luke, won't you please shut up? Don't you know that there's a war on? Gosh darn it, Luke, please stop your whining. You sound like your father, you moron. And then one starry night, after staring at the dune sea, he went to chill in his garage, and what did he see? He fell in love with a hologram, protected by a droid. For all we know, it could have been Galactic Pornhub. We don't know. George Lucas has never covered that. Gosh darn it, Luke, we talked about this. Stop acting so attractively stuck up. Gosh darn it, Luke, the moisture evaporators need you. So drink your blue milk and shut the heck up. The very next day, he sped into the desert, chasing after an innocent thought too. They were set upon by Tuscans and thought they were but done, when an old man came to their rescue. his way home, it came across a slaughter, which created a plot hole about stormtroopers and their aim. While stacking Jawa corpses, a thought occurred to the boy. Remember those intrusive thoughts I mentioned earlier? Well, this boy just had a thought. You're just cruising around with this old hobo who claims he owns your property. You're going back home, get across a massacre in the middle of the street, and then you're just like, yeah, we'll do these Jawas a solid. We'll stack their corpses and burn them on a funeral pyre. Who does that? Luke doesn't need Jedi training. Luke needs therapy. Just saying. And worried they weren't the only ones who'd been slain, he leapt into his speeder, leaving them all for dead. Obi-Wan tried to warn him, and old Kenobi said, "Gosh darn it, Luke, won't you please slow down? Don't you know you make me worry? Gosh darn it, Luke, it's much too dangerous. Why do you have to be in such a hurry? Gosh darn it, Luke, we really must be going, now that your family's burned to a crisp. Gosh darn it, Luke, the adventure now lays ahead, but please try to not stop your sister." Gosh darn it, Luke. This is the sing-along section. Gosh darn it, Luke. Gosh darn it, Luke. Gosh darn it, Luke. My neighbor's name is Luke. There's not a lot of space between these houses. I really hope he doesn't think I'm young here. Gosh darn it, Luke. Why don't you please shut up? Don't you know that there's a war on? Gosh darn it, Luke, please stop your whining, or you'll become your father, you moron! Gosh darn it, Luke. Gosh darn it, Luke. I'm going to be expecting everybody who sees me at DragonCon to sing along with this part, by the way. You're on notice. Except for the people who win trivia. So pay attention if you don't want to sing. Gosh darn it, Luke. Gosh darn it! By the way, on the record, it's not gosh darn it. But I'm, censoring myself because we keep things family friendly on the Filk track. And it's not after 10 p.m. Alright, it's Saturday night. I'm Corwyn the Bardbarian. You can find all my stuff at corwynthebarbarian.com. Hopefully these shitas have been properly and appropriately shenanigans. But who knows? I will be at DragonCon, performing with Filk track. I look like this. I don't blend. I want to thank everybody who came hanging out, holding the arms and dying. I want to thank Amber for being awesome, for putting this whole thing together. And yeah, the only question is, will I still be strumming this B chord at DragonCon? So the Bardbarian strums a B chord, and no one's around to hear it. It doesn't make a noise. And does the joke fall flat? As the muscles in his forearms are giving out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, DragonCon, Filk track, pre-con Shenanigans. I'll see you in however many days there are until then. Peace.
Not enough days. That's what I'm going to say. Everybody, let's say thank you again to Corwyn the Bardbarian for coming out and playing with us tonight. A few things. One of the things that Corwyn did mention was our group sing theme. It is open until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night, so Sunday night, right before midnight. Right now, let me take a look. I haven't looked in a hot minute. Discworld is still winning by a very slim margin over Fallout, with Star Wars actually being the third in line right now. Please go ahead and vote. I've put the poll and the vote now comment in our stream. And then don't forget that if you would like to join in on our 10th annual songbook, we have made it a decade, y'all, building out these digital songbooks. I am so excited to have this go on for so long. But if you have a song, parody or original, I will add the link in just a moment. Here's the fun bit about doing this all on my own. I can't see all the screens at once. But please submit. We will have this open for a lot longer because, bless her heart, Pat is helping us out again this year. So I've just got to um, start sharing it once we get on site. One last thing to say, our next show will be Count Jared from the Geckos on August 9th, 2025 at 8 p.m. Eastern. Please join in. It's going to be on Facebook and YouTube again. And other than that, I'm just happy to say thank you for everyone who comes out and joins us in these pre-con shenanigans. And we will see you soon. Good night.